In California, our responses to climate change really fall into two categories. There's mitigation, which is a reduction of carbon footprint, reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and then there's adaptation, which is simply coping with what comes down the line. And even if we were to go carbon neutral today, there's so many emissions already dialed into the system, so to speak, we're still going to have to adapt to the impacts of climate change. Gary's passionate about his work, about water in California, so I think it's been incredibly valuable to have Gary's enthusiasm to be part of that conversation that we're having in climate change and water resources in California.
People throw the word climate change around a lot. Scientifically, it's a significant long-term change in the statistical distribution of weather patterns. Lake Almanor is one of our largest lakes. It contributes about 1/3 of our water into the North Fork Feather River, and the North Fork Feather River in turn contributes about 25% of our conventional hydroelectric power. Since 1971, when I first came to Lake Almanor, the winter temperatures have warmed, the snowpack has declined, and groundwater inflow to the lake has also declined. Once I found that these changes in the hydrology were happening, I needed to develop some adaptation methodology for our business. One of the first things I could do was bring in new modeling into PG&E to deal specifically with the climate change.
PG&E has one of the largest privately owned hydroelectric fleets in the nation. Gary's work is very important to us because we need to schedule our operations effectively so we can deliver water and power at the correct times. I was amazed with the amount of scientific research and cutting-edge technology that goes into Gary's work. In the 2010-2011 season, Gary's team provided a very detailed, accurate forecast, and we were able to bring Lake Almanor within several inches of maximum capacity without spilling any water over the dam.
We're dealing with thousands of types of data, and we share that data and information and our findings. I believe that partnering is one of the best ways to approach a complex subject such as climate change.
Gary does a great job at not only sharing his findings with his fellow scientific and technical people, but actually sharing with regular community members around California.
PG&E is very fortunate to have Gary Freeman in his current position. Gary's energy and his curiosity about climate change and our environment is really providing benefits that I get to use on a day-to-day basis in my job.
I'm personally excited about the studies going on right now with climate change. It's a time when we're going to make some new findings. Going forward, we're going to have new tools, new weather stations, partnerships to explore the various questions that we have about climate change.